Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very happy to be here. I am IVANA ŠARIĆ. I am a biologist and working for about 18 years already in environmental impact and nature impact assessment as consultant, as the one who is preparing environmental impact studies, and I will present. Just a moment, how to move it. Okay, and I will present you. I will have presentation about water resources of nature protected areas, water conditions, pressures, and responses, but not so much in a way that I will go into details, but I would rather maybe include you into some discussions and talk about maybe your experiences in these topics. Okay, as we all know, water resources and related ecosystems are one of the basic elements of protection in a numerous of protected areas, as well as Natura 2000 sites in the Croatia. But maybe it is not so known that there are 814 such areas, of which 17% are protected areas protected by law, like National Park Plitvice Lakes or Nature Park Kopački Rit, and of course Kopački Rit and Vransko jezero, but there are the other 83% are Natura 2000 sites, maybe not so much known, like Korana Riva is probably known, but maybe Lička Jesenica or Dretulja. Those are also sites that where water resources are basic elements for protection. Of course, we are here in Kopački Rit, and we all are very, very well aware that water ecosystems are very dynamic systems, and they are influenced by climatic conditions and human activities. And sometimes this also causes unwanted changes. Here are the pictures. The down one is Vransko jezero near Biograd, which in green color because of a lot of nutrients inside, but also come inside, and that cause the bloom of some algae. But on the picture in the middle, this is one Natura 2000 area, Blače near Saborsko in Croatia, in Karlovac County, and this is also the consequences of nutrients coming into the lake when it was full of water, and there was also bloom in algae. But when this lake got dry, then on the surface there is, the whole surface of this lake was full of these algae. It is like textile or something. It looks like so. It's really interesting how we can influence, but also climatic conditions. So here are some pressures and some consequences in two projects that I was involved in on Vrana Lake near Biograd na Moru, and also Drava River. And pressures are in Vrana Lake are mainly connected with climate changes, also, but by human influence because of agricultural activities around. But the dominant is climate changes and rise of temperature, extreme water events, sea level rise, increase of the evaporation rate, increase of the salinity, and that all causes, of course, changes in biodiversity in this lake. On the other hand, in Drava River, although it is also influenced by climate change, but since it is this river basin is much wider, so maybe the dominant pressure on Drava River is actually human pressure, and in fact those are 22 hydropower plants upstream, which causes decrease in sediment flow, and because of that also loss of habitats for birds and hydromorphological changes in the river. If we go to Vrana Lake near Biograd, we can. This slide is showing the relations between the level of chlorides and phosphorus. And after, the situation is that after a few years of few very dry years without the rain, of course the water level of lake is lower, and that causes the penetration of sea from underground to the lake, and the level of chlorides are getting up. That of course causes that some phyto and zooplankton species are not adapted to such high level of chlorides, and they die, and because of that, then we have also high level of phosphorus. So those two indicators can be somehow linked. And climate change will not improve this situation. As a matter of fact, it will be probably worsen, because it is predicted that temperature will rise, that precipitation will get low, and as you see in those two graphs that shows the forecast until 2100, and with data from that forecast also the model for hydrological regime was done, and it can be seen that also water level will go down, and that actually situation will be worsen and worsen. And because of that, also managers in Nature Park Vransko jezero, and also other participants, ministries and so on, are aware that something should be done to stop that. And it is idea that on that Proseka channel, you can see it is here on this southern part of the lake, where which this is channeled, which allows water from the lake going outside and also reverse. So it is idea that this like dam or this zapornica should be built to help to improve the situation. However, this is actually very long, very long process, and it started already years ago, and a lot of researches have been done for this, also biological researches, but nothing is really happening in that field. There are, of course, a lot of reasons, but also one of the reasons is that this dam and this opening and closing the dams needs some adaptive measures, some active management, and it is actually we are dealing as was said already in presentation before, we are dealing with the fact that we don't have exact data and we don't know what will really happen. So we have to decide what to do in the moment when something is happening, and that, I think, this is my personal opinion, is really an obstacle in proceeding with such projects. And what I would like also to ask you, I will now switch to the case of Drava River and one project on it, but maybe to think about, or maybe you know what kind of what to do to somehow solve these obstacles. Solve these obstacles. This is this channel, Proseka channel. You can see this concrete step there, and it helps a lot to, at actually smaller extent, to leave that water, to not allowing water from lake going to the sea, but it is not really efficient solution, and it is needed to find better solution. And then we have Drava River. And in Drava River we have different situations. We have really human impact is high on starting already in upstream areas by removing the sediment, which causes then deficiency of sediment in a low stream. This is the picture shows one part of Drava River in Croatia, and it can be seen that this island, this Sprud, this island is pioneer vegetation starts growing, and it actually disappears. And this is normal process, normal natural process. The problem is that sediment is not coming because of all these dams upstreams and because of removing the sediment, and then we have problem here in our area. Here are some graphs that shows at four stations this annual sediment flow. And it is visible that is getting lower and lower, and if something is not, if it stays like this, it will be probably even worse. As a response to that, there was project Drava Life Integrated River Management with the aim of river revitalization by rehabilitation of side channels and widening of the riverbed. This is the project that consists of four separate small projects of restoration of seven locations along the Drava River, and the aim is to change the current situation with dry side channels to the one with the water. And with that, most of these locations are not really problematic, but there were one location that was a bit problematic because it consists of more invasive. It was more invasive project. So it was not just cleaning the side stream. It was really building a new initial channel, almost 2 kilometer long and over 20 meter wide. And here we have problems because we don't have enough data. We don't know what will happen in the future. What will, is it going to shorten the river land, or it will be more dynamic? And those are all those are things that can be predicted at some level, but actually, due to climate change, and we cannot really know what will happen. So important is to establish some monitoring scheme and then react actively when something happens. So with that, so it was also the long process because of this. Because we didn't have a lot enough data, then the question was when are we sure really to have sure enough that we have enough data to make some decisions, to make some to proceed with projects. And here are some questions instead of conclusions. Because I would really like you to provoke some discussion maybe now or maybe later during the coffee breaks or tomorrow or even for some other symposium or roundtable. So is there adequate multidisciplinary collaboration between biologists and designers? How to enhance it? Should the role of the component institutions for nature and environmental protection be strengthened in terms of coordination these processes? Are we ready for these new innovative approaches? How to really implement this adaptive management? And of course, how to include public and how to implement participatory management. It was interesting when I was listening to this previous presentation because obviously a lot of people also see those kind of the same problems and having similar having recommendations how to improve it, and it is what I remember from your presentation, that it is important to have scientific monitoring, that there should be some guidelines, so probably obviously some technical assistance and technical assistance is needed. And so on, and what is also interesting, that it is really needed to have some flexibility in protection. So with that, I will thank you for your attention, and will ask you if you have any ideas or any good experiences or how these problems could be solved.